To our third recording, since they are recording in small segments, which is great. This is actually going to be for D and E. We added this question on here. Some of you had it, some of you did not. Basically for E, we're going to ask you if we give you the life expectancy of 15 years to predict the gestation period. Okay, so here we go. On the calculator, we'll make this quick. When we already have the data here, you want to go to Doc here, and you're going to insert a graph. So basically, it's going to come up like this. And remember, you want to click up to get to the first function, and then you want to hit Enter. Okay, so what happened is I don't see my line, but that shouldn't shock me. My window is from -10 to 10, negative basically 7 to 7, and all of my data in here for this problem is outside of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my menu, 4 for my window, and then 1 for my Windows settings here. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Menu, 4, and then 1 for my window size. I'm going to change all of that. The smallest my x's gets is 22, so I'm just going to call it 0. And then I'm going to call my x max like 200. Get outside of that data. You can get this from your table. And then my y min, I'm going to make 5. And then my y max, there we go, maybe 20, there. And then click OK. So now I see my line. So now what we want to do on this is go Menu, Geometry, Points and Lines, and then put a point on. So over here I'm going to put a point on the graph. All right, so now it just popped up there. Now I want to hit Escape to get out of that tool. And I can change this to answer these questions. So the question we're asked right now is, what if the gestation period is 89 days? That's an x value. We're trying to find a y value. So I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to literally type in 89 and hit Enter. Now what's going to happen here is this goes right by this label. You personally right now can click and hold that and drag that label away. I can't do that on this pad because it's not working. So I can't read this real well. It should say 10.2 for you. But here's another thing you can do. You can hit Doc, and you can go to Insert, and then you can insert your calculator. And this is great review. We can do F1 function, type in the parentheses, and just type in 89, hit Enter, and then boom, we got that right there. So we're almost done here. 89 days is approximately going to lead you to 10.194 years to answer that question there. Okay, and then the second part here, if I minimize this, we can see that again. Remember, the life was given to you as 15 years. So watch something a little tricky happens here. I go back to the graph, and I'm actually going to do Control Undo to get my point. I got to go all the way back here. Hold on. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. It's coming. Here we go. Control Undo. All right, just let me do this. I'm going to move my point so it's away from that label there. So I'm going to put like a 70 on it. Sorry, there we go. But basically now I want to change the y value. So if I hover over the y value, I can change that to whatever I want. See how it's 9.7? I can change that to like 9 right now. Hit Enter and it'll move to show me the x value. Pretty cool. But I don't want you to freak out by this. Watch what happens. If I put in the 15 like what was asked in this question and hit Enter, it tells me I can't do it. Okay, the reason they're telling me I can't do it is because look at where 15 would be. It's like right around here. That would be off of my window. So what we're going to have to do, even though 20 is bigger than 15, we have to increase our x max so that it fits on there. So again, I'm going to do that Menu, Window, Window Settings, and then I'm going to change my x max here to, I'm going to double it just to make sure we're good, to like 400. And then we're going to hit OK. So now I'm good here. And if I double click that and put in the 15, boom, it'll tell me 273. So we're going to get 273 days for our answer. Hopefully this will record. I hope that helped.